Hey guys, thanks for watching. So right now I'm doing a video response to a new channel I subscribe to. It's The Peaceful Prepper. If you guys haven't checked your channel out, go check it out. But pretty much what I've seen, if you're watching this, The Peaceful Prepper, I watched pretty much all of your videos. So I like some of the ideas that you have, so I want to give you credit for that. But I also had some things that I kind of want to talk about as far as your bug out bag, and I guess you have a knee problem and weight being an issue on your bug out bag. So if you watch my videos, you know that I'm always looking for a good deal on anything that I buy. And to me, money is not an issue. I mean, it is an issue when it comes to like buying something, but I save up and then I eventually get it. My philosophy is that if it's going to help you later, then it's well worth the money. Especially when it comes to as far as helping your health, helping you as far as comfort, which is one of the big things that I'm huge on now that I'm out of my tactical stage, because before I was all about, like that right there, the Black Hawk, I was all about molly webbing and being all tactical. So that was before. Now I am more into being wise and being watching my weight, watching what I need versus what I don't need. So anyway, some of the things that I did wanted to give you credit for, let me see, is the bag of cocaine over there. It's 100% Colombian. SHTF, it's gonna come in handy as far as trading. And yes, I am joking, that is not cocaine. That is actually baking soda, which I'm gonna be making a video later on. That is actually a little small box. I mean, full complete box like this, not the actual like big large one, but just a small box of pure baking soda. And I bought that at the dollar store for 50 cents. And there is actually a website that I came across recently. I think there's like 200 ways that you can use baking soda. So I'm going to be making a video on that. And baking soda to me is huge. So let's just leave it at that, but that is a good idea. Now, as far as, I saw the two videos that you had on your bug out bag. One thing that you might want to consider is waterproofing your backpack. For example, this is the Kelty Red Cloud 110. It does not have a rain cover. It is water resistant, I believe, but still I want it to be waterproof. Two different things. And the main reason is because I want to keep my gear dry. So if you haven't done it, I'm pretty sure you can go to like a regular sporting goods store or Walmart and get a spray can of whatever it's called to waterproof your backpack and your wheel suitcase. Let's see. So I noticed that on the one video, you had the backpack, and then you had the luggage with the wheels, and then you also had a large duffel bag which contained your sleeping bag and your sleeping mat. So one thing that I've done, which you will not see here because I haven't gotten it yet, I actually purchased two of these. One of the things that I'm concerned about is, what I need to carry in my buggle bag. This right here. As you know, I have a different philosophy as far as buggle bags. I don't consider myself having a buggle bag, but more of a inch bag, which is different, which I'll do another video for that. But inch meaning I'm never coming home bag, because like again, we never know what SHTF is. And it's not that I'm one of those crazy people that knows that the end of the world's gonna come here soon and everybody's gonna be in panic and chaos and killing each other. No, it's just that we never know what's actually gonna happen. So why limit myself to a 72-hour buggle bag versus an inch bag, which is more of a 72-hour buggle bag, but also more of a broader, spectrum of everything that might happen. So anyways, as far as your sleeping bag and your sleeping mat, I bought what is called the Eagle Creek compression sack. And compression sack spelling S-A-C, not S-A-C-K. It cost, let's see, I bought it at two different places. I bought one at Amazon and I bought one on eBay. And the reason I did that, again, because I'm one of those people that likes to save money. Amazon had it for $23.50 some change with shipping. That was the taxes and the shipping. And then Amazon, I only found one that the guy was actually selling it for $21 and actually $21 even, and included free shipping, but he only had a quantity of one. So instead of going to Amazon and buying two there, I just went the other route where I was gonna save, I don't know, $3. So, and what it is there's two of them. There's a large and there's a medium. And if you maybe seen the infomercials of these, kind of looks like a plastic bag, and you fit all your clothes in there, and then you grab your vacuum cleaner, and then you grab the whole, I guess the part of the vacuum cleaner that the hole, and then you put it to the bag and it sucks the air out of the bag and compresses everything. Well, it's just like that, except you don't need a vacuum cleaner. It's got 4 holes at the bottom, and then you pretty much put in whatever you have to, clothing, sleeping bag, what's the other one, a blanket, and then you it's like a Ziploc bag. You lock it, and then you roll it, and it compresses all the air out of it. And by the time you're done rolling it, instead of having something bulky like that, you're gonna it's gonna compress it to where it's nice and flat. So that's something you might want to consider to get for your sleeping bag. That way you don't have to carry the big duffel bag that you had. Again, you can probably get it for around 21 bucks if you keep looking somewhere, and they come in a large and a medium. And the reason I bought 2 large and 2 medium is, again, because one's going to be for the sleeping bag, the other one's going to be for my clothing, and the other one's going to be for anything that I might need. For example, because my dog's backpack is small, I don't want him to carry his wool blanket, which I'll be carrying one for him, which I don't have right now. No, I don't have it right here. So, but because it's not a thick wool blanket, it's actually a wool throw. Is that radio off? Yeah. So it's a wool throw, and I can put it in that compression sack and take the air out of it and be able to fit it in my backpack, and still have extra room for scavenging or whatever the case might be, and I need extra space. So that's something you might want to consider for your sleeping bag and your sleeping mat as well. By the way, let me know what kind of sleeping mat you have. I'm looking for one. I know the type of sleeping bag I'm gonna go with. It's a 0-degree sleeping bag, but I'm still looking for a mat that's nice, lightweight, comfortable, but I can't find one. So anyways, the thing that you talked about was carrying blank checks. I never actually thought of that, and that is a really awesome idea. So I got to get some of those and be able to carry some with me, but it never occurred to me to carry some blank checks, so that's an awesome idea. I heard you talk that I guess you don't have any, you don't carry any clothing except what's on you. I would suggest maybe, like, if you're not gonna carry it on you, at least carry like two spares in your car, one for warm weather, one for cold weather. Now I'm not sure what you have in the roll-on carry-on luggage. You might have clothing in there, I'm not sure, but having extra clothes to me is important. Like that right there is 5 pairs of wool socks and 5 pairs of underwear, and right there is a bunch of bandanas. I'm a huge lover of bandanas because you can use them for anything, but mostly hygiene, which I know a lot of people don't talk about, but you can reuse the bandanas for that. If you go back in one of my videos, I talk a lot about those. Those are reusable hand warmers. Now, the ones that you currently have in your buggle bag are pretty much a one-time use. These, though, as long as you have like a way to boil them, because plastic does not melt, or at least it will if you put it in the fire, but if you boil the whole package thing, it does not melt. But those are reusable hand warmers. I actually bought them at the gun show, and I've seen them before on YouTube, but I never had the chance to actually buy them until I went to the gun show, because I had a really good deal on these. This is the medium size one, which is kind of like that, but longer and wider. And the reason I like these is because once you pop that little a little coin, it hardens and it turns hot really quick. And the lady at the gun show, she grabbed her ring, her finger ring, and kind of scraped the plastic out of it, and it didn't break. So I was really impressed. They're reusable, and again, if you know me, I'm one of those guys that everything has to have more than one purpose, right? These, they can keep you warm while you're hiking or bugging out or while you're sleeping. Really great to have. They actually sell another larger one that sits one on your shoulder, the other one's on the back of your neck, and the other one on your other shoulder. But when I actually went to the gun show, I ended up using the green one because I got a cold spot on my shoulder and I was hurting really bad because of that backpack. Again, this doesn't have much support of any. The padding on the shoulders is not that well, so it actually was hurting my shoulder and ended up getting a cold spot, so I used that and fixed it and took the pain away. Let's see. And then again, I note that you talked a lot about the flashlight and batteries, and you know, people telling you that you should have compatible batteries for your flashlight and for your radio. I don't like carrying batteries because they drain, and once they drain, they are dead weight. Unless you have some sort of way to recharge them. But again, you know, you got to carry either the little pack and the little bulk, you know, thing that you plug into the wall to recharge them. But again, that's dead weight. I like to go alternative energy. That right there is a flashlight I bought at Walmart. This is the fourth one I've bought. I gave one to my dad. I lost one, and I only have two. So, but they're reusable. All I do is leave them outside in the sun. They'll charge by themselves, and come nighttime, you can use them. And on a regular sunny day, they'll last you for about maybe an hour-ish, hour and a half if you're pushing it. But during the 1 hour, it'll start dying down, and you can just tell. But again, they're reusable. You don't have to carry batteries. They are battery used. These are, and they use the regular round ones that you put on your wristwatch. But I like reusable everything, and that's waterproof, shockproof. I dropped it. Actually, this one, yeah, this one is the one that I left sitting outside for 3 months, just charging in the rain and the sun. Now it's cold and the snow, and it still works. So that is an awesome flashlight. I love it. That's why I have two. And then over there we got the FR, what's it say? The Grundig FR 500 maybe, or the FR 250, 200, FR 200. It's got, doesn't have solar, but it's got a crank on the side, right there. And let's see, once you crank it, it'll give you, let's see, I think 2 minutes of cranking is going to give you about 5 minutes of listening time. Also, once you crank it, you have a flashlight. So again, multiple purposes. So you kind of get an idea of what I'm going for. The other thing that I like about this radio is, now it might look big, and it kind of is, but it doesn't weigh a lot. It might look like it weighs like a pound, but it doesn't. It doesn't even weigh half a pound. It's very lightweight. But the one thing that I like about it is that it's got AM, FM, and shortwave. And why I like the shortwave is because, again, we never know what SHTF is. So being able to listen to the outside world is huge. And I've picked up Russia, Germany, Cuba, one of the Koreas, Mexico, some other stations in the US, a bunch of religious channels, two, what do they call it? Morse code stations, the beep 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 beep. So again, really, and I mean, you can probably find something smaller. I know that Eaton, EATON, just came out with a new model that's solar, crank, a bunch of other stuff. But me personally, I don't like anything digital. I like the old analog everything, because again, if you break the screen, you're kind of screwed. So you can never go wrong with analog. So shortwave, AM, FM, it's got flashlight. I also have another one of these radios. Go back to my channels, and it's sitting in my car garage. And the reason it's out there is because I'm testing it. It's been out there for like 6 months maybe, and I'm kind of testing to see how it holds up to the cold weather and the moisture and all that. But out of the two, I like the other one. They're exactly the same. I just like the other one. They weigh the same. Except the other one has shortwave 1 through 7, which eventually is the same as shortwave 1 through 1 and 2. But it's manufactured by a different company. So anyways, so if you want to cut weight on your backpack, 86 the flashlight, 86 the radio, and 86 the batteries that you have, and go with alternative methods. Flashlight, radio, and again solar And many people think that because it's a solar flashlight, it's like, oh, what if it's cloudy and it's raining? And what people don't understand is it doesn't need to, it needs the sun, but the sun produces UV rays, and that's what it's charging it out of. Now, yes, if it's cloudy, it's not going to charge as fast, but again, it's the UV rays that charge the battery. And I've left this in the cloudy day, one of the cloudiest days, cold, and it charged with no sunlight. So it's a huge thing that people don't know about. Let's see. I saw that you carry those 3 boxes of water. My advice with that is to maybe carry a water bladder. Also, these right here, I love these, which my dog chewed one up, so now I go buy another one. Get them on Walmart. I think I pay like less than $3 for these. Great for carrying water. Each one holds 1 liter. Really great. I'm actually gonna pick 2 of them. In case, you know, something happens to one, then I'm gonna have an extra one. And I mean, they literally weigh nothing. I mean, if you had to put this in a water bottle, empty water bottle, this might probably weigh less than the water bottle. I like this. So that's one thing, rather than carrying the 3 water boxes that you have, but that's just a suggestion. Food, yummy. I am huge on food, so for this purpose, because I'm going one-handed, Mountain House is okay, but as you guys can see, it's kind of bulky, right? So one thing that I like is these backpackers pantry. You can see how thin they are. This is the Colorado omelet, and it's about, so it's per serving, there's 2 servings, so 480 calories. Okay, and see how thin it is. Now this one is breakfast skillet. If you can see that. And it's 400 calories per serving. Contains about 2, so you're getting about 800. That's in the skillet though. When you talk about, like, Mountain House has some good meals. Amazingly, it's like spaghetti and sauce. But Backpackers make some awesome stuff. I haven't tried this shepherd's potato with beef, but as you can see, the thickness of it is not that much as it is for the Mountain House. So you can actually pack more of these. Now, as far as calorie value on this, it's a lot more than your regular, you know, spaghetti and meat sauce, or what's the other one? Macaroni and meat sauce. So it's got 640 calories. And it's great for up to 2 people, so it makes 2 12-ounce servings. And the reason I like these 2 is because I can use these, and in case my dog runs out of food, I can give him some of mine. But as you can see, they're really thin. The biggest downside to this is that they use water. So if you come to a point where you only have so much water, then it's, you know, do I eat or do I drink water? Okay, going on. I saw that you had some of the little compressed towels, the little dot towels, whatever you call them. My advice would be to go with a nice C2 Summit or some other micro towel. I mean, they are really tiny and they're reusable. So that's just another thing to cut some of the weight. Now I saw that you were talking about shoe support. Now on my boots, both my working boots and my hiking boots, which are considered my bug out back or inch back boots, which are waterproof, I spend quite a bit of money on the soles, on the insides, and I always have them, you know, inside the boot. I do wear other type of shoes, but I mostly wear boots. But if I go out somewhere and I wear shoes, I don't take them out, so I just leave them inside the boots. And then the other thing is, if you're like me, you can wear glasses. Carrying maybe an extra set of prescription glasses might also help in case you break yours or lose them or something should happen to them. Not sure if you have a backup, but you know, you can go to a regular eye doctor and buy some cheap ones. So just another suggestion. Alright, now I noticed that you carry some disposable toothbrushes. Here, I got this at the dollar store. It was the toothbrush and that little thing of Colgate, and I paid $1 for that. And that, yeah, that right there is pretty much my maintenance kit, which includes 2 sets of nail clippers, both. So that one's let's see, that one's a small and a big one, and then there's another small and a big one, and that black thing is a straight razor. So that's pretty much my hygiene kit. Eventually I'll put something on there like a, I don't know, like a shampoo or something. But the reason I like the toothbrush is because it kind of comes out of that, and then you can use the little green part as a handle. So now you get a full-size toothbrush. So I like, again, reusable things. So a disposable toothbrush to me is just, you use it, you throw it away, right? With this, you use it, just wash it off, reuse it, wash it off, reuse it. So again, I'm going back to my, everything has to be reusable. That black thing is used to be my balaclava. Now it's my dog's balaclava. I saw the one that you had, and I'm gonna guess it's probably the same one that I'm looking at right now. It's probably nice and thin that you can see through it. I might actually be able to show you this. So let's see if it'll work. So if you can see through this, see the light? It means that it's too thin, and I've actually wore that in the winter and didn't like it. Now I'm one of those guys that if wind enters my ear, it'll start hurting my ear. So I needed something thick. I just uploaded a video not too long ago on all my balaclavas, and that right there is the winner, and that one that goes in my buggle bag. So balaclavas are great, but if you're gonna go with something thin like that, it might not provide pretty much any insulation from the cold weather. Just to let you know. Hi. Wants to say hi. You want to say hi? Thanks. Let's see what else. Multi-tool. That right there is the Big Daddy. That is my favorite multi-tool. That is the Leatherman Surge. I carry that with me everywhere, every day, every hour, every second. It's always if I grab my keys, I grab that, pretty much. If I leave home without it, then I'll know right away, because I do a double check. It's like keys, cell phone, wallet, glasses, multi-tool, and it's like, oh, multi-tool not here, gotta go back and get it. I cut wire fences with it. Again, nothing illegal, just it was an old wire fence that was sitting in a hiking trail, so I just went and cut it to see if it actually cut it, and it did. And the reason I like it is because of the pliers, the knife, the saw, there's just so many tools in there that there's just reusable, and you cannot go wrong with a multi-tool. And I noticed, no, don't get up there. And I noticed that you didn't, well, at least I didn't see a knife. No, get back, don't get up there. No, get. Fine. I noticed that you didn't have a knife, so you might. I just probably didn't see one, but a multi-tool will take care of that for you. Again, the little saw, you can make a little shelter. So I love that thing. And pretty much that comes to the end of the video. I'm just gonna go over some quick things. That right there is my fire starting kit. It's got a bunch of lighters. I actually got a good deal on that. It was like 10 lighters for like $2 at the dollar store. They were having a sale, and usually big lighters now they sell like what? You can buy a 2-pack for like $2 or $2.50. I mean, they're expensive. And then wet fire. I got a bunch of those, and I'm still buying a lot of them. Just because if everything's wet, you know, the wood is wet, the tinder is wet, the wood is wet, you can just light that up, and as long as you cut a piece of wood in half and use the inside that's dry, you can easily start a fire. Got some magnesium fire starters in there, the lighters, and then the ferro rod, which is built into my light my fire knife. So a nice little fire starting kit. Doesn't have to be that big or that many lighters, but I did notice you had a lighter. But the wet fire is a little good thing to have. They literally weigh nothing. Right there is a pencil sharpener, again, to get tinder going for if you want to make a fire. And then this right here is probably one of my favorites. It's a little pocket stove. I did a review on that, and that's the gas canister I bought at Walmart. And the reason I like that is because you can boil water without having to make a fire. So again, if you're in a situation where you don't want people knowing where you are, you can definitely do that. Or you can use the stove to, let's say everything's wet and you want to make a fire, you can use that to get a fire going. You know, if you lose your lighter or whatever the case may be. But mostly I bought it just to go on the weekends and go hiking, so I can boil water and hydrate those and have a breakfast out while I'm hiking. And the other thing is the winter gloves. I noticed that you had some work gloves. I didn't see any winter gloves. Again, they might be in the suitcase, the roll-on suitcase, but again, I'm not sure because I don't know what's in there. But those are Carhartt, and as you can see, they've been used for the last 2 years, and they do okay as far as keeping the hands warm. Not 100%, but they kind of do help. And then lastly, you know, comfort is big, especially, you know, if you have shoulder problems like I do, or back problems, or knee problems, or wife problems, or you have a dog that likes to jump on the bed while you're shooting a video, problems. So to me, I know people say, you know, you don't have to spend that much money for a buggle bag. It's like, well, I mean, you kind of do, because again, it's a buggle bag. It's, you use it to bug out, right? You leave, you're going somewhere, you're going to your bug out location. In my case, I don't have one, so I'm going to my parents' house. They live 3 hours away, so again, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be back. So I'm gonna carry 5 extra pairs of clothing. I'm gonna have his one brand new dog food in the car. I'm gonna have water filters so I can filter water. So again, just to let you know. And I mean, to me, if you want comfort, it's gonna cost money. Now, one thing that I would suggest is that they actually sell something like this, a nice rucksack with built-in wheels at the bottom, so you can, and it's got a pull-out handle, so you can drag it in case, you know, it comes too heavy, then you can drag it, and it's pretty much like a rucksack like this. Now, the backpack that I saw, the blue backpack where you're carrying, that you use as a buggle bag, or your phase 1 buggle bag, is like I said, that right there, the Blackhawk, the shoulder straps don't have much support, so all the weight is being put on my shoulders. Now ideally, they say that you're supposed to have something like this, like a nice waist belt that's gonna defer up to 75% of the weight to your legs or to your hip. Now that's something that I prefer, but you know, I'm not sure what kind of knee problems you have. So, you know, it might be something that you want to be able to just carry the weight in your shoulders, but again, that's gonna really slow you down and it's gonna hurt. So my suggestion would be to look for something like this with the wheels at the bottom. I know they do sell them, and to me that would be a better case suited for you, because let's say you do have your backpack and then you have the carry-on luggage with the wheels, and one of the wheels breaks, so now you're pretty much left with that, and because it's so heavy, you're not going to be able to carry it. So if you go something like this, then you're going to have a backpack. Now if it's getting to a point where your knee hurts or your back hurts, mostly your knee, then you can take it off and then drag it. And I'll post a video in the description below. I think it's called Olympus 2. Olympus 2. I just saw a video this morning, and it's a camo. I'm not gonna lie, it is a camouflage backpack with Molly and all that. And it's got like an extended top, so it'll like pop up, make it bigger and carry more stuff. Now you don't have to fill it all the way to the top to, you know, where you have 80 pounds into it. You can just carry your normal 30 pounds. But the reason I like it is because the wheels on it are thick, and I guess it's more like a military kind of looking backpack. So, and they have lifetime warranty. Now with your regular, you know, luggage with the wheels, you know, those are meant more for like carrying through, you know, a flat surface. But when you're actually traveling outside, in the mud and the gravel and the dirt, in the rain, all that is gonna eventually damage the wheels on the suitcase. So kind of maybe look into something like this, where you have a nice waist strap, and you can use it as a backpack. But then if it comes to a point where you want to take a break, you can just take it off and drag it along. So look into that. And then also over there, I got to do a video on this. I found the that I saw your video on the Maps application for your iPhone. I have an Android Nexus 7, the 2013 version, and I have Maps.me too, and I've had it for 6 months, and I love it. And I'll do a separate video on that. But that's an awesome app because you can use it without no internet. And I pay like less than $5 for it, so well worth it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Sorry it's a long video. Sorry you got on the way. And that's it. Let me know if I helped, I guess. And this is my buggle bag. It's still a work in progress. There's still some stuff I need to get. It's about 75% done now that I got my Excalibur survival rifle, 12 gauge over 22. And then also, I didn't see a way for defense. Like, I'm not sure what the rules are. I don't know, you live what, in Boston or Maine or wherever you live. I'm not sure what your gun rules are or what your view is on guns. But I didn't see a way for defense. And if you're one of those people that don't want to, I guess, carry a weapon because you think you might hurt someone, there's options for you. Pepper spray, and then the other one is 410 revolver. They actually make 410 rubber balls, so you can shoot 410 out of the revolver, and then whatever, it's gonna shoot a nice rubber ball, so instead of killing the person, it's actually gonna stop them, and they're gonna be in a lot of pain. But again, it's a non-lethal way. So let me know if I help, I guess. Thank you very much, and good luck on your buggle bag, and I'm still working on mine.